You have one of those days where everything seems to go wrong and nothing that you do tech-wise seems to work. Well, the other day I had that problem. My PC decided to stop working. Well, it wasn't so much it decided to stop working. I got a notification for an NVIDIA graphics update, so I went to install it, as you would, and I used the clean installation. It's pretty much a best practice to make sure that you don't have too many driver fragments on your drive conflicting with each other and causing problems. Obviously, every time you install a driver, if you just keep installing the driver with the express setup, it just installs the new bits and you can end up with problems. So I did the clean install. It uninstalled everything. My graphics went back to basic VGA drivers, and I got prompt to restart. I assumed it meant restart NVIDIA control panel and NVIDIA, what's it called? The NVIDIA Experience, or whatever it's called. GeForce Experience, sorry. And no, it meant my entire system. Okay, it rebooted my entire system. I took the opportunity while the system was powered off to swap some headers over for my USB ports, because I have a card reader on the front of my on the front panel, and I wanted my actual front USB to be working as opposed to the card reader. I haven't got enough headers on the motherboard. I'll go into further detail potentially in another video. So I do all this, it all reboots, and I've lost 3 of 4 hard drives, and my USB Wi-Fi dongle isn't working. Well, it seems to be working, but it's not finding my home network. Bit of troubleshooting. I managed to get, I think, one drive up and running. Not one drive, but a drive up and running. And after some fiddling and cajoling, and then eventually doing the simplest thing in the world of unplugging it and plugging it back in, I get my Wi-Fi back. So I managed to install the update for the graphics driver, because that wasn't working either. Managed to get that up and running. As I say, I get a drive back. Everything's really, really slow. The graphics are fine, everything else is fine. Do all the troubleshooting. I use a program called Disk Drill, which is by, I forget now, let me have a quick look. I am actually sat in front of the system. Clever Files, Disk Drill. That cannot detect the 2 drives that aren't showing up in Explorer. I've used the Windows Disk Manager tool, the tool that you use to create and format hard drives and hard drive partitions and initialize new drives. Nothing, absolutely nothing. So I do a few restarts. Some things get better eventually, but getting nowhere fast. So, as my last resort, I run system restore. Roll back the system to a previous state. That took all night. Absolutely all night. So I left that running, and I decided I'll go to bed, I'll let system restore run. If it fails, it'll just revert, it'll be fine. So I goes to bed, and I use a Lenovo tablet for casting YouTube and other streaming apps to a Chromecast in my bedroom while my HTPC is not working. There is a video in the works. The footage is taking forever to edit because some of it seems to be missing. I'm debating whether or not to actually try and reshoot that video or just upload it in the mess that it's in with a couple of pieces to camera and a voiceover and what have you explaining what's happening. So I usually use my tablet for streaming YouTube videos and so on and so forth to a Chromecast at night. That had randomly switched off and required my PIN to restart. Never set that up in my life. That decided it was going to crap out on me and it was going to take forever and a day to load YouTube. Eventually YouTube gets on. I managed to stream a few videos. I like to relax watching Adam Savage on Tested, and I sometimes sit back to Jay's 2 Cents videos when I go to bed at night. And I've been trying out the new 24/7 LTT stream. But as a rule, I watch my tech videos during the day, not when I'm going to bed. I also decided to watch a couple of Steve Shives videos. He does some lovely video essays on sometimes some movies, frequently Star Trek. He's a big Star Trek fan, so am I. And he also talks about superheroes, mainly Batman, Superman and so on. And I'm a huge fan of that, so I'll watch some of those. Get up the following day, system restores completed, 2 of my drives are back. The drive that hasn't returned, and still hasn't returned, is my game drive. Thanks to Steam, I have cloud saves, but the games from the Microsoft store, from the Microsoft Game Pass. Now, this is something where some of the viewers can possibly help me. Have you used this before, and does it do cloud saves, or have I lost my progress if I can't fix this drive? Comment below and I will try your fixes and maybe make a video about them if they work, and I'll give you the credit. But I'm also curious as to how this drive failed when everything was reporting fine with the drive, how it could have failed during a graphics driver update, or just moving some USB headers around. Incidentally, one of the other 2 drives did decide to disappear again. Now, I went to Microsoft Update, Windows Update, and checked the what do they call them now? The optional updates, and there was a chipset update. So I installed that, and it prompted me to reboot after the install. Now, weirdly, just before it prompted me to reboot, I get the little biddly boom sound or whatever it is from Windows telling me that something's just been plugged in, and my drive is back. Not the drive I really wanted back, but one of my other 2 drives. I have 2 other drives. One's my game. I have a game drive. I have my OS drive. I have my Vault, my drive which is I call Vault, and I have my Potentia drive. They are both back now, but the game drive still isn't. So if anyone has any ideas as to why this might have happened or what I can do that I haven't already tried, please comment below and give me your thoughts on it. I am aware that there may be a few people who have watched my other videos and may be wondering, well, why should I subscribe to him? He's not uploaded many videos. I have a full-time job and I have children, and it's very difficult to get time to shoot videos. This one's a quick, rough one that's going to have virtually no editing, so I can just get a video out there. I am trying to get a schedule together for shooting videos. It's very difficult. So, as I say, like, subscribe, comment below if you've got any thoughts as to what might have happened with this drive and as to whether or not I might be able to get it back. Failing that, I think I'm just going to have to buy a new hard drive, install a new hard drive, and reinstall all my games and hope, fingers crossed, that cloud saves were turned on for all of them, and hopefully cloud saves was enabled for the Game Pass games from the Microsoft Store. Otherwise, I've lost all of my progress. As I say, there is a video I'm trying to get put together regarding my HTPC, but I may reshoot that, make it a longer video, maybe a two-parter, because I have got a potentially new system that I'm going to use as my HTPC instead of the one that I've been using. Yeah, so as I say, like, subscribe, comment below, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.